Okay, good afternoon, guys. It's 11:56 p.m. a.m. for another 3 minutes anyway. Here in North Richland Hills, Texas. I am sorry that I am a day late doing this for you. This is the hand mill carrot soap. And I wanted to show in detail the hand mill method. So I'm going to try not to talk too loud because hubby's upstairs asleep and this dishwasher is going behind me. So let's get started. It's going to be a series of videos. I apologize for that again. The camera uploads to the computer. It won't do mods. So what you're going to need first, what you're going to need is you're going to need a plain basic soap. Now, as I've explained in my other videos, I have made 5 kinds of plain basic soap. This is my very first soap that contains aloe, olive oil, cocoa butter, tallow, I think that's, and blended vegetable oil. I think I use vegetable oil with this. So vegetable oil, olive oil, tallow, and cocoa butter is in this soap. And as you can see, it's hard to touch outside, but still soft and pliable inside, which is what you need. For this recipe, and I'll show you, I am going to be doing carrot soap. Here, let me zoom in for you. Yeah, we're doing a carrot soap. As you can see, it says carrot soap is a wonderful orange color and contains plenty of vitamin A, which is essential for soft and healthy skin. I'm going to be using, it says 1 medium to large carrot, but I have 3 small ones, so I think I'll use 2 of the small carrots to make 1 medium to large. And 2 teaspoons of powdered benzoin. And there is the recipe. This is the hand mill method. So you need a plain basic soap. So in this bowl, well, you can see here in the bag, I already have some of this soap already hand milled down and grated. And I did some more for you because I think I'm going to be short. I have 11.5 ounces in that bag, and I need in this bag I have 11.5 ounces, and I'm going to need 15 ounces of grated soap and 9 ounces of water. Now, this book will tell you that you need 12 weight ounces of soap and 9 weight ounces of the carrot puree, and then add water to it to make 9 ounces. But I think that that's a fallacy because you're adding like 9 ounces of water and 9 ounces of liquid, and the soap is going to dehydrate itself and all the moisture will be sucked out. So you take your grater, like I've done here, you see the back, and you grate your soap until you have these little curls. Now with this plain soap that I'm using, I can leave this out for however long. It's not going to go stale. It'll harden a little bit more since it's sliced, but it'll still melt nice and easy. And this soap can be milled when wet or dry. So I'll show you a whole bar here of what I'm dealing with. This is my plain basic soap. Here you see I have my fingers in it when it was done. And see I can still poke into this. It's still soft on the inside, which is what you want. Hard to the touch, but soft on the inside. Okay. I'm going to be adding to the carrot soap, even though the recipe doesn't call for it, about 2 teaspoons or a tablespoon of flaxseed oil, because omega-3 fatty acid is good for the skin. And I'm contemplating whether I'm going to add the sweet germ oil. I don't think that I am, so I'm going to put it to the side. You're going to need something to mix up the carrot with after you grate it down. So I have my stick blender here, which the carrots are already in the cup that I use the stick blender for. Here are my carrots. You are going to need gloves here. I have 2 of them because you need to massage the bag like I showed, like I was doing in the other video. You are going to need your scale. You are going to need distilled water. Yes, distilled water. Do not use tap water. You can, but if you like a harsher soap, you know that's what you're looking for. You're going to need a pair of scissors here. You're going to need measuring spoons. You're going to need benzoin powder. This is my benzoin powder. This is the preservative. This preserves soaps. And I use this when I do hand mills that have milk in them, and fruits and vegetables like cucumbers, avocado, carrot, apricots, goat milk, buttermilk, regular milk, honey, any of those that have it, and flowers, calendula flowers, chamomile flowers, lavender flowers, any of those that have ingredients that can, pretty much dry up and go bad on you inside of the soap. You're going to need, which I have sitting over here, you're going to need a pot with lid and water. My water is already on and covered with the lid and coming to temp. You're going to need your molds, which I have 3 here because I know I'm going to use the bees, and I think I'm going to use my loaf mold, my mini loaf mold down there. And this one is for backup if I fill the other 2 and I still have some left over. And the most important thing for the hand milling soaps, you're going to need 2 Ziploc bags. No, I'm not joking. You're going to need 2 Ziploc bags, because you're going to put the soap inside of one bag, and then you're going to use an empty bag to put this bag in to keep it from coming out and keep it from spilling over, just in case there is a break inside of the original bag. And you want to make sure they're still nice and tight. And last but not least, you are going to need cooking spray. I use 100% olive oil. Nothing else in it. This has extra virgin olive oil, and because the soap is already cured, I don't have to worry about curing time or lye still being active in the soap. Now, if I had made this soap cold process, which I didn't, this was done oven process. If I had made this soap cold process, I still would be able to hand mill it. I would just have to use gloves. I would be able to hand mill it right after I cut it and mill it down and heat it up. And that heating is actually going to help it to cure a little bit in the bag, but it will still have to sit there and cure. In this case, the soap is already cured, and all I have to do is mill it down, add in the carrot puree, mix it up, pour it in the molds, which should be greased lightly with cooking spray to keep them from sticking, and pop them out and let them dry. Drying and curing are 2 different things. So that is what you need. Gloves, carrots, something to puree in. If you have a blender, fine. And I'm going to show you that the recipe says to add just enough water to allow you to liquefy the carrots. So do not go putting 9 ounces of water inside the carrots and then pureeing it. You will have too much liquid. That's what you need. Blender, whatever little oil you're going to add in. Afterwards, you don't have to, but it would help. You're going to need your plain basic soap, and yes, it is important, a plain basic soap. You're going to need your preservative because you are adding a vegetable, raw vegetable, to the soap. You're going to need your grease soap pieces, molds, pot with tight fitting lid, distilled water, gloves, and a scale. Alright people, scissors and measuring spoon. Okay, so that is what is required. That is what is needed, and I will get back to you as soon as I get my carrots grated up and everything and ready to show you how to add everything to the bag. Later.